They cannot take away our self-respect if we do not give it to them. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. Man often becomes what he believes himself to be. If I keep on saying to myself that I cannot do a certain thing, it is possible that I may end by really becoming incapable of doing it. On the contrary, if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I may not have it at the beginning. Your beliefs become your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits become your values. Your values become your destiny. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. Whatever you do will be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. To believe in something and not to live it is dishonest. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. There is more to life than simply increasing its speed. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. It is easy enough to be friendly to one's friends, but to befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of true religion. The other is mere business. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. Hate the sin, love the sinner. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. I object to violence because when it appears to do good, the good is only temporary. The evil it does is permanent. I offer you peace. I offer you love. I offer you friendship. I see your beauty. I hear your need. I feel your feelings. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. When I despair, I remember that all through history the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they can seem invincible, but in the end, they always fall. Think of it, always. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Strength does not come from physical capacity, it comes from an indomitable will. If by strength is meant brute strength, then indeed is woman less brute than man. If by strength is meant moral power, then woman is immeasurably man's superior. Has she not greater intuition? Is she not more self-sacrificing? Has she not greater powers of endurance? Has she not greater courage? It is not that I do not get angry. I don't give vent to my anger. I cultivate the quality of patience as angerlessness, and generally speaking, I succeed. I have learnt through bitter experience the one supreme lesson to conserve my anger, and as heat conserved is transmuted into energy. Even so, our anger controlled can be transmuted into a power which can move the world. Where there is love, there is life. Whenever you are confronted with an opponent, conquer him with love. Love is the strongest force the world possesses, and yet it is the humblest imaginable. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. There is nothing that wastes the body like worry, and one who has any faith in God should be ashamed to worry about anything whatsoever. There would be nothing to frighten you if you refused to be afraid. Every worthwhile accomplishment, big or little, has its stages of drudgery and triumph, a beginning, a struggle, and a victory. There is force in the universe which, if we permit it, will flow through us and produce miraculous results. Prayer is not asking, it is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. It's the action, not the fruit of the action, that's important. You have to do the right thing. It may not be in your power, may not be in your time, that there'll be any fruit. But that doesn't mean you stop doing the right thing. You may never know what results come from your action, but if you do nothing, there will be no result. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. The future depends on what you do today. Each night when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning, when I wake up, I am reborn. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. Experience has taught me that silence is part of the spiritual discipline of a votary of truth. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. If we are to reach real peace in the world, we shall have to begin with the children. It is easier to build a boy than to mend a man. Manliness consists not in bluff, bravado, or loneliness. It consists in daring to do the right thing and facing consequences, whether it is in matters social, political, or other. It consists in deeds, not words. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. Let the first act of every morning be to make the following resolve for the day. I shall not fear anyone on earth. I shall fear only God. I shall not bear ill will toward anyone. I shall not submit to injustice from anyone. I shall conquer untruth by truth, and in resisting untruth, I shall put up with all suffering. Mahatma Gandhi was not merely the father of modern India, but a philosopher of action whose life embodied the power of conscience and moral courage. Trained as a lawyer in England and tested by injustice in South Africa, he forged the idea of satyagraha, the force of truth and nonviolence, as a revolutionary means to challenge oppression. Guided by simplicity, relentless self-discipline, and an unwavering belief in the dignity of every human being, Gandhi turned political struggle into a deeply spiritual journey. His words continue to inspire millions to seek change, not through hatred or force, but through love, sacrifice, and the quiet strength of the human spirit.